Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Detective Gomez Radio Show. Mark here has put on his not guilty shirt in celebration of him winning both of his cases through the Dallas DA's office. The first was a deadly conduct that was dropped, right?
No, that was the not guilty from a jury in 1
minute.
So
you got not guilty for that also, and you got not guilty from the DWI.
Yep.
You had to go to trial on both of those cases.
On both of them.
To prove your innocence.
Yep.
2 years later.
It took that long.
Wow.
To get there.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I think Mark can agree with this. You've got to get good representation, and I cannot think of anybody better right now, because if you've been through it, then you know how your clients come to you and how they feel, especially if they know they're innocently being charged with something.
It's definitely important to get somebody that you feel comfortable with. That I hear a lot of people tell me, I can't ever get a hold of my lawyer. He never talks to me. I don't know what he's doing on my case or anything. Mm-hmm. And that's not what you need. You need somebody that you go, hey, I know this guy's going after it, especially if you're saying, there's evidence out there that you need to get. They need to be doing that. I mean, there's not an investigator that's trying to help you unless you go get them. Right. Unless you get your private investigator or your attorney or whoever else gets out there to do it. There's nobody else. Nobody else is on your side. Right. To put it mildly, but these shirts I had made a few years ago, and I never thought that they were going to be for me. I was giving, I'd give them out to everybody, and on the second day of trial, I realized I had one in the bag. And once the trial was over, I thanked the jury really nicely, and then the people that said I did this ran out of the courtroom. There was probably 150 people in there. It was packed. The judge said she'd never seen people standing on a defendant's side when they didn't want to sit on the prosecutor's side. So there was actually people standing, which was pretty cool. That was, I'll always remember that. But putting on the shirt when I was done was a way of me saying, I'm tired of being looked at like a defendant when I didn't do anything. And instead of saying it and being unprofessional, to me that was
you could have been very unprofessional and say some very harsh words like sorry mofos.
I could have said F the DA's office. I mean
but you handled it the right way, because you do have to go back there again and defend
I have
clients.
to work there, and it's motivated me a lot. It's made me renew my passion for what I do, and they know that I'm the type of person that's going to stand up. I'm not going to be bullied, and if it's sticking up for somebody else, or if, I guess myself in this case, but, that's what I do. I don't get bullied, and I like having, I love my job. I'm about, the greatness and the peace of mind, not the money.
Because there are a lot of attorneys sometimes they go, well, I can get you pleaded out. Well, I don't want to get pleaded out. I'm innocent.
Yeah, when somebody tells you they're innocent, that's not something to plead out. The only thing I guess to tell you that has to be taken into account sometimes is the cost of the trial. Right. And if it's not worth it to somebody, it's not worth it. Right. I mean, I don't have a trial fee, so for me, it wasn't an issue. But a lot of people, that is an issue. It's like, they're willing to knock this down to a Class C ticket, or you can go to trial and pay, maybe $5,000 for a trial. Right. And you'll win or maybe you won't, but so a lot of people just decide to do that. I mean, on DWIs they don't offer that, right? So those would be on different type of cases. But
okay, well, Mark, how do we get a hold of you? How do we get a hold of you? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
I'm online. I'm on Facebook. My number is 214-906-3006. Again, 214-906-3006. My last name is spelled Meisinger, Meisinger. And I'm all over, I have a website, I'm on Facebook. Okay. There's lots of ways to get a hold of me. I'm pretty easy to talk to, and if anybody's got any issues, I'd love to help them out.
Okay, so he's here to help you out, especially in any kind of criminal offenses, but specialized in DWIs and drug cases. And 214-906 3006. And if you deserve a not guilty plea, then you'll be wearing one of these T-shirts just like Mark. Okay?
I'll mix the world. I'll even give you a not guilty.
He's got plenty of T-shirts to give away. So if you think you're a victim, please contact an attorney. Get representation. Get good representation. I mean, there's so many lawyers to pick from, but I think that there's nothing better than having an attorney that's actually been through something himself, and he was a victim. He's going to definitely stand up for you, especially if you're right, and fight for you all the way till the end.
Well, thank you.
An amazing story. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, one thing, Mark, for being here today. We'll come right back on the Detective Gomez radio show and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, bring your ass on in here. I got something for you. Busted, it's 2 damn o'clock in the morning. Where you been?